going? Welcome to Jim of All Trades live stream tonight. We are going to be talking psychology. We're going to be talking prepping for this trade that's happening and looking at see what's going on with the market. So when you jump in, glad you let me know that you got good sound. Glad you stopped by. I'm going to see if I can find you guys as well on my phone so we can I can chat with you. There we go. Good. Looks like I got video and audio. Awesome. Sweet. What's up, Eric? How's it going, buddy? All right. Get a nice little move here to the downside right now. Looks like $50 move here in the last couple minutes. So that's pretty good. We've broken our trend line here on the 4 hour here on this 4 hour chart. So that's nice. That's a good sign of things to come. Don't be surprised about another push to the upside, but we'll look at that in just a minute. What's up, Jana? Quatrings. This market is wreckage. What's up, Raid? How's it going? Hey, man. Arbone. Yeah, price is dropping. That's what we've been waiting for. So did you let the market mess you up today by that move to the upside? That's what we're going to be talking about here. Some market psychology, understanding, letting Elliott wave kind of help you in preparation for these moves so you're not freaking out when they happen. Just staying even keel and keeping your psychology where it needs to be, and being able to take a loss if you need to, cut a trade, change directions if you need to as well. So we want to talk about all those things in this channel. What's up, Josh, my friend? How's Canada life these days, buddy? All right, there's about 17 of you here. I want to let you guys know a couple things. We're going to be adding. Good. I'm glad you held on, Arbone. Glad you held on. Want to be sharing some things. We're going to be adding to this channel a Forex component to this. I trade the foreign exchange as well, and a lot of you guys aren't even familiar with the foreign exchange. You've never traded it, and you don't know what you don't even know what it's like. And ignorance, it just is why you don't understand it. And let me tell you something, there's money to be made on the foreign exchange, and there's a lot less stress involved, in my opinion. There's a lot more, there's moves every day that you can trade. You're not sitting and watching a chart forever with nothing going on like Bitcoin lets you do all the time. Now, Bitcoin's got these moves and these pumps that that move hundreds of dollars in minutes, right? But you never know when they're going to come, and you never know if you're on the right side of that trade. And well, you can get good trades on the foreign exchange every day if you understand that market and learn to trade it. And so I'm going to be adding that to this YouTube channel. It's going to be coming this year, and so we're going to start doing some foreign exchange analysis. Going to be doing introduction to the Forex as well, and understanding how to trade it, and anyway, it's going to be a beginner's guide to that. And so hopefully you guys can add to your portfolio of what you trade. You can if you want to trade kind of small, you can trade with a $2,000 account. $3,000 account is better, but $2,000 account on the Forex is a fine. You can trade with a lot less than that as well. It's just for psychology reasons, I don't recommend much less than that. So, Raid, thank you for that tip, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So, anyway, we're gonna be looking at the Forex that's coming. So I just want to let you know that if you're part of our trading group, that they're going to be adding signals to that on a regular basis. And we'll just grow in our repertoire. I trade both the Forex and Bitcoin, and I trade every day. Depending on where you are in the world, you might people in the Middle East have the best time to trade, really, because they're awake during bank hours. It's the best time over there. But anyway, there's times to trade. So anyway, all right, looks like everybody's in. I just wanted to make that announcement as well. We will be, this Thursday, there's a chance we may not be doing trading night school this week because I'm going to be traveling to see some family in Minnesota. So there's a chance we might not. I'll let you know, update that during the week. So, all right, let's jump into the analysis, guys. My main analysis here for this particular wave here. If I didn't acknowledge you, sorry about that, guys. Ernest, well, hello, how's it going? Hello, there in Chinese or Korean letters. Very, very sorry. I can't read that. I wish I could. Oh my! But I acknowledge that you're here and welcome. Margin Trader, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here. D-Tech, good deal. Right now I have got two exchanges. I've got one that I use that's overseas, and then I use an American. Forex.com is the exchange I use for the foreign exchange for Forex. It's a broker. So anyway, they use brokers. So I would recommend. In fact, if you open up TradingView, TradingView, and then at the bottom of TradingView, let's see here. Down here under the trading panel, I'm not going to click on mine because my account's activated. I'd like you not to be able to see my account information. But right down here under the Forex.com tab, or not for it'll say a trading panel. You open that and there'll be a list of a bunch of exchanges that you can or brokers that works with TradingView and. So you can use TradingView to trade on the Forex. You can actually trade right here in the TradingView program using those brokers. So I use Forex.com. They're okay. They're fine. Easy to get set up. Easy to transfer money. They do fine for me. So anyway, yeah. All right, let's get started here. All right, we're under the assumption, guys. Again, we're always working under a market assumption here in the larger time frame that we're under. We have a larger Elliott wave count that isn't finished. Okay, a couple of things I just want to mention about that is, first off, that assumption may be wrong, and as a trader, you always need to understand that your trading assumptions, might be wrong. Ni hao. There you go. Anyway, so your trading assumptions might be wrong, and so keep that in mind. I'm under the trading assumption right now that we've got a W. This first three waves right here is a W wave. Okay, then we have an X wave here. That's a flat, and I've spent a lot of time on this count here, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Then we have a 5, 3, and a 5 right here. I call this a 5, 3, 5 right there. It's a three wave. I think that's our Y wave, and so here. I'm calling this our W, X, and a Y wave, just like that. Then we got another really large flat here, just about equivalent to this one. It's a nice size. And that's another X wave, in my opinion. And now what I'm looking for, guys, is I'm looking for a wave shape that looks something like this, to be honest with you. Looking for something that looks just about like that. So let's look and see. Looking at the wave structure here, just looking at fractals and the way this market is played out, what we had here, and this is really important, guys. I've been looking at fractals a lot lately, and because it's been playing out, so I want to kind of keep going until it stops. Okay, so we had this down move, this kind of a curvy down move here that had five. I don't know. There's different ways to count that. Okay, but I'm going to count that as a 5 wave. Could be a 3 wave there, or a WXYXZ in there. It's a really hard wave to count. Let's just call it that, okay? It could be a W wave. And then what we had following that is, and this is the interesting part here, is that what followed that was this running flat right here. We had a running flat, and then finally, and after that flat, we had to move on down. To the downside to finish that, and that finished out either with an ABC, depending on how you count that, A, B, and then C. So that would be probably the best way to do it. So we got an ABC here, we got an ABC there, and then we got an ABC there, and that finished it. Okay, so that's interesting to note while we look at this wave here, because if you look at the comparison here, we got the same type of move. We had this kind of this curvy sell-off here, whatever you call that, and you can kind of see the comparison here, right here, right? This little curvy sell-off, and now what we're getting right now is a running flat, and that's. Let me get rid of my fibs here just so you can see it. There we go. You can see how we had a running flat here, and we've got another running flat right here. I mean, it's It's uncanny that the market is just repeating itself over and over and over again. And so that's a possibility, okay? And so basically what we had after that is basically a sell-off, okay? It took a little while to get started. We went sideways, mainly in the downward direction, but it kind of, I remember trading in this, and it was up and down. But finally, it took that downward dive, and never forget that day. It was a very, very happy day because we've been calling for this so long. Everybody else was kind of looking like it was going to go up, calling this kind of a bear flag. I mean, a bull flag right there, and going up from there. And because we had this 5-wave move here, then we had this kind of a bull flaggy consolidation. Everybody's like looking up, and I was like, no, this thing's got to go down. And so it certainly did. I was thinking it might go up first and then down, and I was calling for that in the videos, but man, it just woo, and it went down big time. So my guess, guys, is that we're going to have some movement to the side for a little bit, but eventually we're going to get a capitulation. We're going to get a final move to the downside like that. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so that's something important that I'm watching on the charts. So that's number one, just looking at that fractal. Okay, that's on the larger time frame. When I say larger time frame, I just mean the 8-hour, just in the daily. It's not huge time frames, just larger than 15 minutes. Okay, all right. With that being said, let's now zoom into this wave. It looks like our running flat is finished. Okay, our running flat is finished, and we're heading down finally with this last with this move. And so we're going to zoom in right here and see what we can see. Okay. So let's zoom in here to the 1-hour chart and look and see what we got there as well. I am entertaining a notion of a triangle in here, so I did offer that yesterday. I'm not digging into it like deeply, but it's on the table here that we might have a triangle working right here. Okay, and so basically that would finish. It would finish in 5 waves, and then it would head on down. So it makes some sense, but it doesn't have to do that. So I want you to understand that it doesn't have to do that, but it's an idea that I shared last night. So that's a possibility. Regardless, I see it. The next move is a move to the downside, in my opinion. Now, I want you to notice something. Another fractal I've been paying attention to very carefully is the shape of this wave right here, as compared to the shape of this wave right here. Okay, it's uncanny again. It's uncanny. The nature of those waves. They look so similar. Okay. Let's take a peek at a couple of things. I'm going to zoom in and show you a couple of things I was noticing here. Okay, all right. Now, if I take a Fibonacci retracement here, I'm going to get rid of this one for now. We just do the Fib retracement from this wave right here down to the bottom here. We got a wick up here just past the 786, and these came just short of the 786. So the 786 and the golden zone here were key areas that we watched. And so just keep in mind that 786. Now if I then come over here and then put that same Fib tool on this move right here, notice something that interesting here. So I just measure this wave down to that wave right there, and boom, you can see that we wicked up to the 786, and the body of the candle is more close to the golden zone. It's not perfect, but certainly interesting to at least note and pay attention to. So that's something to pay attention to as well. The shape of the waves is just amazingly interesting. Just the fact that we had this interesting wave shape to the downside, and we had the same kind of wave shape to the downside here. Let's see if I can draw it right there. Then we had a expanded flat off of that. We got an expanded flat off of that. Okay, just really interesting. And then we had a reversal move that took back the entire expanded flat, and then we went back up. Took back the entire expanded flat, and then went back up. And so I said that this up move, this slow trudge to the upside, was a possibility, and you should be prepared for it. That most likely, though, we watch this high first to see if we broke that. If we broke that high, to watch this to make sure we don't break that. Because if we broke that, then that would be significant to me for more upside. Okay, well, we didn't break it. We had a nice rejection off of it today, and it looks like we're getting some continuation. I still think there's a possibility that we're going to come back and retest this high again, even break it one more time before we go down. That's a possibility I want you to be aware of. Remember I said that, okay? A couple of other things to note just as I look at the fractal nature of this particular move here. What was it I was just going to show you? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh, guys, don't let Bitcoin shake you out of your trade too fast, okay? When you see a significant level that price is having a hard time getting over, okay? Like, for instance, today. Let me just show you. And this is an important lesson. You got to stay even keel in your psychology, guys. But when you see an important level right here, and you know, I think all of you are watching this right here, that level right there, okay? I mentioned to be watching it. You probably knew to watch it. It was the last local high. And price today kind of came, well, come on, Jim. Came on, is staying underneath of it here. Why do you think you had all this price action right here in this range? I wonder if anybody knows why. If we put the fib retracement on that guy, this is going to be right around the 786, guys. Okay, might even be the golden zone. I'm not sure, but I think it's closer to the 786. And you'll notice, boom, all of this action happened in the golden zone and the 786. So all these reactive candles happened off of the 786. Retracement of this wave. Why is that significant? Well, because if you're like me looking for it to go down, you're expecting this is a 1 wave and this is a 2 wave, going to come up to the 786 and then retrace and continue on down. Well, if that's what you're expecting as a trader, you're thinking short in this region, you're thinking short, in these regions, you're thinking taking it short, and then it goes on down. All right, love you. Good night. So, that's why we had all this trading volatility right in this area, and it was having a hard time making it pass because there's a bunch of traders thinking this is a 1 wave, and then I'm looking for the 3 wave to go down. Well, it didn't go down. And so what it actually did is it pushed higher and higher, and then it had and I had a hard time today, making it past this level. It took several hours of that, and then finally what happened is we had a wick. If you watched price action, it wicked above that area, okay, and then it came on down, fought a little bit longer, and then what it started doing is it just started kind of for about 4 hours, okay, and a 4 hour, 1 hour candle, I should say. No, actually not even that. 2 hours, hour and a half, something like that. 2 candles right here on the hour chart. So whatever that is, hour and a half or so. Price kind of came up, substantially broke that level, and then all of a sudden all these traders that were thinking 1, 2, 3, their trade is invalidated. They're trying to figure out if they need to get out of their trade or not. Their stops may have been hit up here because they might have put their stop above here because the trade rationale with this is a 1, 2. So they set their stops in this region up here. And so what price started doing is just steadily climbing, right? And so as it steadily climbed, it's shaking more and more people out of their trades. Everybody's starting to get scared. Oh no, it's going up. It's going to go up without me. I'm in the wrong way. And so different people traded that differently. They either cut their trade or they reversed their trade. And so there was some FOMO buying in here. A lot of you were probably FOMOing in here, freaking out. Well, if you understood the wave scenario here, that at the end of the day, we had a large 1, 2 here. Okay, we needed a larger 1, 2 here as well. Even this wick here didn't make it up as high as this one did, and so this almost needed to come in to match that fractal. And now fractals don't have to play out, but again, the symmetry was just too uncanny just not to note it. So I thought there was a pretty high likelihood that we were going to come on up. The way price action was acting in this region. Now, we weren't getting rejections off of the 65 and the 786. We were just getting kind of single candles, and then they were fighting it back. And that's the kind of price action that says continuation. But once we had a move that broke this and it kind of held, I didn't shudder. I didn't worry. I had my fibs drawn on here, and as it was approaching the 786, and I was just like, we're probably going to get a rejection. And sure enough, we got the rejection. But how many times, and this is what I wanted to share with you, how many times has price come on up to a previous high right here, broken that high, and then rejected? Okay, a previous high, price breaks it, rejects. Another try at it, rejects. Okay. I mean, this is happening over and over and over on your chart, okay, guys? So here was a previous high right here. It came down. There was a kind of a rejection. It broke out of the trend line there, right? Then there was a retest of it. Boom, it broke that high, and then it rejects off of that. I mean, it just happens over and over and over again in this market. So, guys, what you have to realize is the market makers are taking price above those highs to take out stops and hidden liquidity zones so they can fill their books and take care of business. And they have to do it in order to stay in business. It's nothing nefarious. It's nothing bad. They just know that their order's there. There's liquidity there. It's nothing against you personally. They're not watching your orders necessarily. They just know that above this region there are orders here. There are buy orders up here, and if they're taking price to the downside, selling, they need buyers. So they take the price up here so they can sell into all these buy orders, and then they can square their books up and then take price on down. Okay. So just have to understand that. Now they might not be finished doing their business. Okay. Now if you just look at the way price happened back over here. Okay, I drew a trend line right here, and as we broke out of we broke down out of that trend line, we had a retest of it, and then we had a bounce back. But then we had a stop hunt. Okay, it was a very quick candle to the upside. It broke that last high, and then it came on down. Okay, and so I'm probably expecting some kind of a price action very similar to that. So we're let's go to the 15-minute chart and kind of look at price action for now. What we have here is we have a break of this trend line here, and that's a critical trend line. But what's most likely going to happen is that we're going to have some downside. Okay, it's going to be followed by some more upside. Okay, it may get a rejection off of that trend line, just like it happened before with a stop hunt to the upside to break that, to get the orders that are above this high, and then they're going to finally take it down to the downside, the way we're expecting. Okay, so that's the way I am thinking about this market from a fractal standpoint, from a market maker standpoint. Okay, a couple of other things to note, just to kind of continue thinking with you a little bit. Now, to think in fractals and think in projection and symmetry, take a peek at this. It's pretty interesting. Something I was looking at earlier. Okay, the comparison of this wave to this wave, it's almost identical if you look at it. Okay, and I've already shared this, but I'm just showing you some other identical nature of it. So we got a 3-wave move, basically like that. And so the shape of it's identical. Let's measure it and see what the extension of this wave is compared to this wave. And so let's throw the extension on that guy. Down here to the bottom, up here to the top. You'll notice that we came down, this bottom line is the 1618 extension. Okay? All right. Now, if I throw the extension here, you can go by. Go ahead. That's my son. If you throw the extension here, you'll notice that the bottom of this line is the 1618. If I had to guess, we're making some kind of it could be some kind of a descending triangle here. If it's a triangle at all, we can't be certain. Okay, guys, we can't be certain of that. But if we're making a descending triangle, come all the way down there, and it may come on down, and then we're gonna end up breaking, after 5 hits. So, is the pump over? KZ, I will become a. Why do you troll my channel, man? I'll become a believer when the chart says so. Right now, everything so far, all the technical, the wave analysis for me is just is pointing down for now. Even if it's just a retest of this trend line down here of about 6,500 for now. So I'm not sure if that triangle is in play again, but certainly keeping an eye on that possibility. So I'm going to be watching that. It's very interesting. Hold on one second, guys.
where?
All right. Okay, kids. You guys have kids? Tried doing a YouTube channel in the middle of the house. I don't have an office here, and so this is my dining room table. That's my office right now. So, welcome to my home. So anyway, all right. Let's see. Pump over. Who knows? Okay, I'm telling you what I'm looking at the basically, guys. What I'm doing is I look at the evidence, and I say, what is the evidence pointing to right now? Right now, it's pointing to a move down to the downside, at least $6,500, I would think, to the downside. Now, whether we go straight down from here or we have a retest of this trend line, and we may again have a retest up here before we head down. So that's a possibility. Tomorrow is Monday. We might have a little pump in the morning or in the afternoon, and then a rejection off of that. So watch out for that. Be careful for that. That's what I'm looking at. We'll see what happens. I'm well aware of the bulls of the bull sentiment here, guys. I'm well aware of all the bullish arguments. Okay, I really am. I understand the bull argument, but here's the deal. Let's talk about the bull argument for a minute. Okay, we've got support right here. We've got let's see, right here in the $6,400 region right there. So that's where we came and touched. Really, we have some support down a little lower that we could pay attention to at $5,900. I've got a target of $5,700. We do have a wick down here at 55. To be honest with you, all of the support is a support zone. Okay. So right here, we had a nice consolidation of support right in here of about $6,400, right in that region. You say, we came down to $6,400 and we tagged it, and now we're heading up. I mean, listen, guys, you really think we're just going to tag it once and then head on up? I personally don't think so. Chances are there's going to be a lot of market maker shenanigans. We're probably going to, in my opinion, wick on through it. Now, if you just look at the chart, guys, again, I'm just calling for $5,700 in that region for now. That's my initial call for now. There's a lot of confluence with fib zones there. There's a reason why. I say 57. It's not just a number pulled out of my hat. I mean, 55 is another number people are sharing, I think, and it's fine. Whatever. But however you come up with your numbers, that region isn't out of the it's not out of the box, guys. And to be honest with you, it's very likely, in my opinion, that we come on down. And now, chances are, from an Elliott wave perspective, if my Z is anything like this wave here, if it finishes out anyway like this, guys, we're going to have a test of $5,000. We're gonna have a test of this line down here pretty strongly and pretty quick here at the first of the year, most likely. So, KZ, man, I'm here to share my chart, and I hear you. It's just you have a way about you, buddy. That I just kind of a it's a know-it-all mentality, man, and I maybe you're not trying to be that way, but and it's pretty distracting. I'm trying to share my thoughts here, and then once I finish the thoughts, I'll be glad to put your chart here. Just put the last digits right up here, right here, buddy, and I'll share it with everybody. But I'll do it at the end of the fact here, right here after the .com. Just highlight all the rest of, just highlight that portion of it, and then put it in the chat, and then I'll definitely share it. But I'll be honest with you guys. If somebody comes in, anybody, and this isn't just UKZ, it's anybody. If anybody has a know-it-all, I know what's going up. I don't really have a lot of respect for that position, to be honest with you. The reason I don't have a lot of respect is because nobody knows what's going on. Everybody has strong opinions of their own opinion. Okay, you've got a strong opinion of your opinion. Okay, and I have opinions myself, but I don't have strong opinions about my opinion. In other words, I have reasons why I believe this, right? But I understand that you might be right. We could be going up. We could be going up from here. There's no doubt about it. I recognize that fact, and I'm offering TA along those lines. I haven't left you guys, hanging. I've let you guys know key areas to watch for. But again, you got to understand that I look at the market through an Elliott wave perspective as well. And so when I look at all of it together, okay, then I formulate ideas. But I'm always saying, guys, I could be wrong. Okay, I don't have a lot of respect for people who say, I know we're going up from here. That's not good thinking from a market standpoint. You don't know. And then when it doesn't go up, what are you going to say? I mean, you're gonna get comments like, well, that comment didn't age well. Okay. I get comments like that. Well, that video didn't age well. I love that one. That's one of my favorites. And another one of my favorites is, So Jim, what you're saying is it could go up or it could go down, right? So guys, listen, just have a humble opinion of your opinion. Hey Jim, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to go up, and here's why. But you could be right. Okay, that's just a very humble way to present your position. Okay, and that's the way I prefer it, guys. So anyway, so realize that, guys. If you kind of come across and Jim, you're wrong, and when are you going to get it right? Yeah, that's hard for me to listen to. But if you're going to say, hey, Jim, I got an idea. Can I share it with you? This is what I'm thinking, and here's why I'm thinking it. What do you think? And I was like, yeah, those are good things to consider. And we need to watch those guys. And so that kind of humble banter back and forth is very, very welcomed. But when anybody comes in and says, hey, I know more than you, and I'm better, and has that kind of a aura about them, it's just really hard to interact with. Okay. I got a comment that, KZ, you've left on my other channel with cussing all in it. And I was just like, that's my impression. That was what happened. Okay. So that's the impression I had of you, and I'm having a hard time interacting with it. So, anyway, with that being said, all right, you guys are, You guys are chatting. I appreciate it. And I'm not looking to make a example out of anybody, guys. I'm just sharing some thoughts here, guys. That I love to interact with other people's ideas, and I really understand that I might be wrong. I do. I'm just here to share what I'm thinking with you, so that if it helps you, great. And then you please share what you're thinking with me. Please share the charts. I really appreciate those things. Just be humble about it. Be humble about it for sure. All right. Anyway. Hey, yeah, all forgiven, brother, all forgiven. But please go ahead and share your chart, and I'll be glad to show it. So put the chart right here. Just show the last. If anybody else has a chart you want to share, I'll throw it up there once I'm done. All right. So anyway, from the Elliott wave perspective, I'm looking for this wave to complete. Okay, so I'm looking for, and I shared this before. I'm looking for this wave right here to kind of finish out here. It may or may not happen the same way. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm kind of looking for a kind of a down move, something like that. And, if I just draw that like that and it happens like that, that puts us into the end of January, guys. So it's not like it's going to happen overnight. So get that out of your mind about that for sure. Anyway, hey guys, I didn't mean to blow up in responding. I didn't mean to blow up the comments. Let's be kind. I didn't mean to gang up on anybody or anything like that. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys with how to present your position if you have a different position. If you have a different position, that's really it's fine. It's okay, because I've been wrong. I've been wrong before, and I will be wrong again for sure. I'm doing my best to understand this market and to trade it well, right? And so I just decided to make a YouTube channel with sharing how I'm doing it. And it doesn't mean I'm perfect and I win every trade, or I don't have stops, or I don't get in bad positions. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that I'm an Elliott Wave trader. I love Elliott Wave. I'm learning how to trade even more and more every day. I'm going full time this year. So I'm in a transition period in my own life and how to do these things. So, all right. Thank you, R-Bone. Appreciate it, Max. Max. Nibbler. No, you didn't miss. You missed some good stuff. I thought I was sharing good information at the beginning of the stream. Then we got diverted a little bit. A guy named Crypto Savvy. So for those of you who don't realize, Crypto Savvy used to be a friend of mine, and we've since been outed. Unfortunately, he was part of my we met in one of the Litecoin groups on Facebook, and I taught him Elliott Wave, or at least what I was learning about Elliott Wave, which was imperfect Elliott Wave at the time. And he grew to hate Elliott Wave and developed his own style. He eventually started a channel, and he's calling for 46,000 in 3 days. No, I'm sure I haven't watched a video in forever, but I'm sure that he's backed off of that, guys. I'm sure he's backed off of the 46,000. He realizes that was error, but man, he was so strongly thinking it for sure. But yeah, and that's what happens when you put bold predictions out there. It's good risk. It's risk reward, man. If he nailed it, everybody be watching his channel, and if he misses it, probably not a lot of baggage. He'd probably say, "Yeah, I got it wrong," and then he's still got his supporters, the people that like him. So maybe I need to make some more bold predictions. So. Thanks, Margin Trader. I appreciate it. Let's see here. What's up, Marcus? How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in forever. Miss you, buddy. All right. It's all probabilities. No one knows. That's exactly right, Eric. I let me highlight that. Good comment, buddy. That's no one knows. We're looking at probabilities. We're trying to get an edge on where we think price is going, and for me, Elliott Wave is that edge, as well as other things. So anyway, let's get the script up. All right, I think I've hit all the things I wanted to hit as far as the fractal is concerned. Now let's do one more thing here and just look at the Elliott Wave count on the smaller time frame here on the 1 hour chart and see if we can see a count here. So since I'm comparing this wave to this wave here, guys, again, I offer the idea that we may have, again, just to remind you, a retest of it, even breaking this high a little bit before we head on down, okay? And we may just head on down to this trend line down here before we make another 3-wave move to the upside as well. So be mindful of that potentiality as well. So anyway, but looking at this, it looks like some kind of a ABC move here, okay? A, B, and a C, or a W, X, and a Y. It's hard to tell, but it's an Elliott 3-wave move, regardless of how you count it. And so that's where I'm not going to become a stickler here. So I'm not going to really get too heavy into that. I'm just looking for wave shape more than I am trying to get a count on the minutia scale, right? I'm just looking for wave shape here. And so basically, the way I'm looking at this wave right now is that this is a 3-wave move right there. We got a 3-wave move here. We got another 3-wave move there, and we got another 3-wave move working here. That's the way I'm looking at this for now. Okay, there are ways that I can actually look at that as a 5-wave, though I'm not counting it like this. It would be, but I would count that. I can count that as a 5-wave move right here, or I can count that as a 3-wave. So there's different ways to look at that. It could be a leading diagonal here. That's the 5-wave move. I've even got another way to count that as a 5-wave move. It's actually, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got an extended 5th wave, and you got 5 waves up here that are extended. It's about a 1-to-1 ratio there. That's even another valid way to interpret that wave. Regardless, I could see 3 waves, A, B, C, so that would be a 5-3-5, or I could have a leading diagonal, which is a 5-wave diagonal. There's a number of ways I can look at that. And to me, it doesn't matter, okay? Because what I had following it was a wave that broke the low here, okay? So we know a couple of things, that this wasn't a 1-wave and that's a 2-wave, and then we're going up for 3, okay? The other thing we know is that this wasn't this wasn't. And this is why I don't think we've bottomed yet. I can't count this, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know how to count this as a 5-wave move, okay? I only see that as a 3-wave move. I cannot seem to count that as a 5-wave. I can't see that as 5 waves. I only see it as 3 waves, okay? Either WXY or ABC. It just depends on how you count this first wave right here, okay? So I'm not seeing that as a 5-wave move. And so since that's not 5 waves, the implications of that, if I zoom out here on the 6-hour chart here, is that I can't, and some people are thinking like this, that this was a 1, 2, well, let me see if I can get my numbers on here. Some people are thinking this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is finished like that. And that wave is a 5-wave move. It's a finished wave, and now we're heading up from there with a reversal. I'm not seeing that at all. Okay, and one of the reasons is because I've got a 3-wave move that ended here. Okay, it's really a 3-wave move that looks very similar to this. Okay, so we're finishing with, we got a lot of flats here, guys, and I've already talked about that a million times in other videos. All the flats that are in the market. So anyway, so that's beginning to rule out things for me. This is why I'm so, dead to the downside right now, or dead set to the downside right now, because that doesn't mean we can't have upside. It just means that I think we're going down. We've got more down to go. Now, I've always shared the question mark here. This wave could, this wave could be coming up here in this region here. We could still, from an Elliott wave perspective, get a flat that looks like that, and then we come down. Okay, I don't think we're going to get that. Okay, in fact, the price action is kind of saying, nah, we're not going to get that. But it's a possibility that I'm aware of and I want to be on guard for, and so I'm still watching and being on guard for it. Okay, but anyway, because this is back to the implications here, because this is a 3-wave move, there's nothing finished here. Okay, so that means that implies that this is a part of a larger corrective move. Okay, so basically I got a 3-wave, a 3-wave. Okay, now if that's a 5-wave, fine, that's a finished 5 waves, and then that's a 3-3-5 flat. Okay, that's a way to interpret that. Okay, it's a running flat, and remember I shared the fractal already over here where right there. I shared the fractal right here where we had the running flat. And so the fractal I'm looking at here, we had this wave here correlating with this wave here. We got the running flat here, got the running flat here, and now we're looking for the downside. Now we're looking for the downside. And that would give us a 3-wave move to finish our Z wave. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking for. The shape is too uncannily similar that they're just prolonging the move. Getting the market makers are getting in better positions here for longs. They are stacking the longs. Okay, they're stacking their longs, but again, I think there's one more move to the downside still to go. Aaron, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Hey, there's Crypto. What's up, man? What's up, Crypto Savvy? How's it going, buddy? So, anyway, welcome, buddy. All right. That being said, so I'm still looking for a downside move, and I'm looking for 3 waves to the downside there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Zoom in just a little bit more here, and let me show you what I'm thinking here. Now, this could be a triangle, may or may not be forming again. We could just go down from here, so understand that. And let's see. We've got... Okay, we came to the 1618 right here with a 3-wave move, WXY. So I'm looking for kind of a 1618 move here off of this wave as well. So there's a 1618 move right there, looking for some kind of a 5-wave move here to the downside, most likely. But again, could retest this top before we head on down 5 waves like that. Okay? Okay. You subbed twice. Have we bottomed? No, I don't think we bottomed, personally. I think we've got a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. Whether now again the small time frame action is what's hard to understand or hard to know what's going to happen. So anyway, let's see here. So yeah, that's kind of my view right now, guys. I'm still looking for this Z wave. So the big question mark is, do we get the upside push? Okay, up to this region, and where that would put us is in an expanded flat. we'd be dealing with the 1618 here, 8565, 8111, 8200 to 8500 in that region. So that would give us kind of if we get that push to the upside, that's where I would be targeting up in that region there. 7800 would be a key target to hit, followed by 82, followed by 85. Those would be the targets that I'd be watching if we go up from here. If we don't go up from here, we go down from here, guys, the first target is this trend line down here. We're going to retest the bottom one more time, about $6,400. Now, I think there's a good likelihood we bounce off of that and come up here and make that triangle that I'm talking about. So we'd have an A, B, C, D, E, and then we have downside move. And once that's done, then we off to the moon. Okay, and that's what I would think that we'd be doing. We'd be off to the races. In the grand scheme of that count, guys, I'm looking at this to be a 1-2. Okay, so I know that there are a lot of guys thinking that we're probably not done, but this is part of an intermediate bounce here. But I'm more of the likelihood that we're heading up here as a large three wave. That right now, until otherwise, my bias on the count is this is 1, 2, and I'd like to see a nice third wave taking us way up here, nice and strong here. Let's go out to the 3-day. Let's see if we can get. Let's put it on log scale here. See if we can get some kind of a projection as to if this actually played out the way I'm wanting it to. Where would it take us? Let's have a little bit of excitement, Moon Boy experience here. Let's just say we have a bottom of like 5,700. It's putting us this third wave finishing somewhere around $67,000. That third wave, 2021, to kind of keep the same shape there, same wave structure there. 2021, 67,000. But if we get an extended third wave here, then we're looking at $308,000. But again, that's out. That's 2021 as well. So who knows? Who knows, y'all? Who knows? That's exciting to think about. So yeah, we are in the regions, guys, to really pay attention to. Really pay attention, looking for buy positions. So, what's up, K4 Liberty? How's it going, man? Glad you stopped by. I always appreciate your comments. I always appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. With that being said, what charts do you guys have? If you want to share a chart, let me know. I'll be honest with you guys, the Litecoin and the Ethereum charts are a conundrum to me. I've been working on the Litecoin count for a long time, and I can't guys, I want to throw up my hands and say I don't know. I've looked at this so many different ways. Right now, I'm really bent with a WXYXZ. That's the best I can come up with here. So you got a W, X, Y, X, and Z, but I don't know how to make sense of this as a three-wave move here, guys. I'm really struggling with it, just being honest with you. But I will, without counting it and looking at wave shape for now, and looking at this potential ending diagonal. It's a potential, but I don't like the shape of it so much. But it looks like we could be bottoming out here in Litecoin somewhere around $30, and that's confluent with what I'm looking at, other places. Okay, let's see. Let's take a. So anyway, I'm still looking for $25 to $30. $30 is more. $30 is more likely for Litecoin as a bottom. Maybe 25, but again, I like $30, $29. I think if I remember right. But I'm really having a hard time with the wave structure. This wave shape is very odd to me. But this could be a 5-wave move, a 3-wave move. We could have one more 5-wave move down. But I don't like it, guys. I don't know what to make of it. I just kind of threw up my hands. I'm like, I don't know. So that's why I haven't done a whole lot of charting of it. I haven't done a whole lot of charting of it. So anyway, but that being said, let's look at Ethereum as well. let's see here. Let's go to the 15-minute just for a second. You'll notice that Ethereum has broken out of broken through this trend line from here to there. It's not a significant trend line for sure, but it's certainly broken down. So the next significant trend line we're watching is this one right here. So let's watch price when it gets down to about 130. So let's watch price down here about 130, 131 in that region, depending on how fast it comes on down. But Ethereum is looking down for now. Again, we could have a retest of that before down. But I'll tell you, to be honest with you too, this wave shape right here, it's ultra ugly, ultra ugly. To be honest with you, this entire wave shape here was super ugly as well. So really don't know what to make of that. It would probably look a lot prettier if we had more upside, which, I'm in a short position right now. I don't want it to go up, but man, I can't let my bias kind of tell me here. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's see. So the long term, I'm actually looking at this as an ending diagonal here in Ethereum. I think that makes the most sense to me. So let me show it to you in Ethereum with my main count of this correction right here. I shared it the other day, but I'll share it again here. So it looks, I'm counting this as an ending diagonal right here, and then this is an A wave. Let's see. A wave, we got an expanded flat here as a B wave, and then we've got a C wave that's the ending diagonal. So that ending diagonal is going to be something like this: 1, 2. I don't like this. 3, 4, 5, like that. Somewhere around $100. Looking at $100 to finish out. That's the way I'm thinking about it. And so the grand scheme, so that would be an ABC down here. I've got an ABC right here. Let me just show you that ABC. So we got to me, this is a running flat right here, there, and then we have a WXY up here, or that could be an ABC as well. I think this is 3 waves up here. Actually, no. That's an ABC as well. So we got an A. Come on, I'm trying. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, and that whole structure then becomes a W, X, and a Y. Like that. So that's the way I'm looking at that correction. So one more leg to the downside. That's my bias right now, guys. Everybody's got one more leg to the downside. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, there's one more leg to the downside. Okay, so that's the way I'm thinking on Ethereum. Crypto WYS, whatever that is. Elliott wave, generally it's not a matter of working, it's just a way to interpret each market. So yes, definitely Elliott wave works with every market. It helps you interpret what's going on and look. You're looking for basically an Elliott wave. It's better when you're just looking for main structures here, 5-wave structures, 3-wave structures, things like that, and that really gives you a bias for what you're looking for. Sometimes it's really hard to tell what you've got, and that's what makes Elliott wave hard. And so you have to rely on other things, and that's what I've really been doing in the last part of this correction, is relying upon other things. I still have a count to the downside, but I realize that count can be tainted by a difficult wave structure that's hard to understand with everything going on. But definitely Elliott wave works for stocks. And the funny thing is, about a year ago or something, not a year ago, it couldn't have been that long. 6 months ago, I think somebody was asking me about Tesla, and before she started moving like crazy. I don't know if it was 6 months. It was a while. It was right before it started moving like crazy. And I'd never looked at Tesla before. I pulled up the chart and I just did a quick Elliott wave analysis on it. And I said, it's going up and it's going to go up big time. And sure enough, I've been hearing in the news that Tesla's been going up. or had gone up. I don't know. I haven't looked at it lately, but anyway, I just found that to be interesting because I'd never looked at Tesla. I'd never looked at stocks before, but I looked at it for somebody during a live stream that I did early on, and so yeah, we're looking up, and it's looking like, and so anyway, it made some really good moves. So yeah, Elliott Wave works in all markets. The longer market's been around, the more reliable it is, and the larger the time frame, the more reliable the Elliott Wave can be. But Elliott Wave principles can be used all the way down to the 1 minute. We just have to realize, understand what you're dealing with on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so I don't recommend you trading off the 1 minute chart. I don't do that. Sometimes I have to go down to the 1 minute chart just to see, okay, is there any evidence on the 1 minute chart that's pointing me in one direction or another? So sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you think you're seeing something on the 1 minute, but anyway, it's unreliable for sure. Okay. I'm reading your comment there, Dinosaur Muscle Cars. Let's take a peek at the macro BTC count here and say, okay, what could this be in the grand scheme of things? Okay, I'm going to exclude everything that's happened here and just kind of look at this right here. Okay, if this wave isn't a 1-2, okay, Khalid, I see you. I see it, I saw that. There you go. I'll get it in here, guys. Appreciate it, Khalid. I'm sorry I didn't get it earlier. If this isn't a 1-2 and then followed by a 3, what else could it be? Well, this could be this to me is 5 waves. It's not 3 waves. There might be a way to interpret it as a 3-wave move, but I'm more inclined to say this is a 5-wave move and not a 3-wave move. And if it's a 5-wave move, then then you're gonna have to do something with it. Okay, you can't say that this is like a B wave. Okay, because I don't know any B waves that are allowed to be 5 waves. It needs to be 3 waves. So that's a concern of mine as I look at this macro. If somebody's thinking down from here, now what we could have on our hands, and this is something else to consider, is that we could have some kind of a some kind of a WXY 3-wave move like that, okay, with a some kind of a triangle in here, so we got an A, B, and a C there. So there's the 3-wave move. Okay, now we're getting another 3-wave move like this, boom, 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 like that, where we come to the 1-to-1 extension here, and we only come up to 16,000 for our next leg. Now, still, that's a great move up to 16,000, but that's the only way I could see us going down any lower, okay, from here. But it doesn't mean we're going down there soon. I think it's going to be a while. I think it'll be years away, a year or 2 away maybe. So I'll look at Chainlink. I saw that request, guys, so I'll definitely look at it. But anyway, so this to me would be a 5-3-5, stopping here at 16,000. If we're just dealing with a 1-to-1 extension here, a 3-wave move that does not break the high. We could get all the way, we could retest the high, a 127 extension here, guys, at 19,000. We could retest the high here at the 127 extension before coming down. So that would give us a 3-wave here, a 3-wave here. And what would we expect then if that's a 3-wave and a 3-wave? What would we expect after that? Does anybody know that's part of the trading night school? Anybody know? Anybody know? I'm just kind of pausing to see if anybody knows what would come next after a 3-wave move. 2 3-wave moves like that. I guess you could get a 3-3-5. It would be a flat. Yeah, could be a 5-wave, or you could get, if it's a WXY though, guys, then we'd be looking for a 3-wave. So we could have a 3-3-5, or we could have a 3-3-3 as well. So that fantastic. Those are 2 possibilities. Okay, so we could get 5 waves to the downside like that, pretty strong. okay? And it would be a flat. We'd retest this bottom here. We wouldn't have to break it in a flat, right? And so we'd come back down to the 3,000. We could go a little bit lower than that and get, or it could be a 3-wave move like that, just a big, a W, X, and a Y, just on a larger scale. So there you go. I mean, so that's what Bitcoin could be doing. But to me, guys, listen, I think we're going to be testing this, and the reason I think we're going up from here, we're not going way down here first, is because we got a 5-wave move here, guys. You've got to deal with that, okay? And the only way you can deal with that is you got to make that not a 5-wave move. But if you got a 5-wave move followed by a corrective wave, we need another 5-wave move after it. That's just all there is to it. If you're an Elliott wave trader, if you're demanding that the market be interpreted through Elliott waves, okay. So on the grand scheme, on the macro, guys, we need a big move up here. So I'm very much looking for a large move to the upside here. Large move to the upside. Okay. So and it's going to be big. And so you're right, guys. Those of you who are waiting for a reversal, you're right to be looking for it and to be thinking long. We're at that time of year. We're at the end of the year where the market likes to move. Okay. So we understand that. So we've been in this little bear move for the last 6 months. It's been hard to, we're ready. We're ready for some continuation, right? We're ready for it. So we're looking for it. So I'm still looking for about $5,700. Still looking for the downside move there. It's probably going to just break. It's going to be some kind of a wick through this support region that everybody's watching on the charts. And so that's the way I'm thinking about it. But after 16,000, guys, we're probably going to be heading on down, or unless this was our correction and then we just head on up. I don't see a lot of merit in this count right here, having an ABC and then having a move to the downside after that. The reason I don't is because if you just look back at all the rest of the corrections on log scale in particular, you don't have that shape anywhere in Bitcoin. You really just don't have that complex shape. So because of that, I'm inclined to say we're probably just going to go ahead and go on up from here. So that's the way I'm thinking. But the market knows best, for sure. Who knows what our financial system is going to be like in the next year anyway. It's scary times. If it's blurry, you might just change your settings on your video at the bottom, or hit refresh. So, yeah, my target would be 16.5. 16.5. That's where we're headed, at least. That's the one-to-one extension of the last wave. Okay. All right. Let me look at Khalid's chart here because he threw one up, and I just want to show it to you and see. Let's see here. Where was I? Boom. Oh, that's your USD there. This is the one-day chart of, this is bats. Okay, bats. BYND. What is that? Let's see. Let's do it this way. I'm looking for it. I don't see the chart, man. to NASDAQ. What is it? What company is it? Is that Bed Bath and Beyond? Is that it? It's not Beyond Meat Company, is it? That's not the same one, is it? Oh, I'm trying to find it. Khalid, if you can tell me what to type in. What's the name of the full company? Oh, is it the meats? What is the name of the company? One-to-one extension there. I don't have enough information really here to make any decisions or let you know where this thing is going, but I would be inclined to say this is a 5-3-5 move. Maybe it's not finished. And then after that, you have a correction to the upside. So yeah, the chart you shared, you got to remember you got to put your fibs on it, okay? So you can understand the fib relationship between the waves, okay? So that's the thing I think you're missing in your charts. Make sure you throw the fibs on it. So we got a 1-to-1 extension here, this wave to this wave. Looks like we got one more push to the downside, maybe to $41, and then looking like a good buy from there to the upside. Best I can tell. Not looking. Looks like we've got hidden bearish divergence here. Not quite hidden bearish divergence, but you got exaggerated divergence. Exaggerated bearish divergence here where you have price making a lower low, but the RSI is almost about the same here. It's going down a little bit, but it's almost the same level there. So, yeah, to me, it's got more downside to go. Okay. Yeah, Tommy, I consider the correlation of the charts in all my in everything that I do. So yeah, that's my quick interpretation there of Beyond Meats without looking at it. And if anybody else has another stock or anything, I can take some requests here. Somebody asked for Chainlink. Let me get back to the correlation question. Let me look at Link for you guys quick. Let's see. We'll look at it on the on Binance. They probably have the most data. Hey, Sai-Ho, what's up? What's up? All right. Okay, just looking at the RSI just for a minute to start. We've got price moving up there. While we have, besides bearish divergence, we got a little bit of a down move there. Still got that. Didn't quite get the finish out that bearish divergence there. So we got the down move. The question is, do we have continuation of that down move or not? I'm inclined to think that looks okay. So this looks impulsive. This looks corrective. This looks correct. Doesn't. I mean, you might consider that an impulse. It looks more corrective to me. See, this was impulse. This is more corrective to me. So guys, I'm inclined to think that we might be doing this. Going back down to the lows here. In a best case scenario, if I use log scale, $1, back down to $1.01, something like that, could be as low as 73 cents. If I'm right, if this is an A, B, and now we're putting a C wave in, or WXY on link. So if we break this low right here, guys, we break that low. So this is the level I would be watching for confirmation here. Watch $1.48. If we break $1.48, I'd be watching $1 as my next move. Okay, watch $1. That's confluent right here with the structure zone right here. 73 cents is another region, but it's kind of in no man's land as far as structure is concerned. That's log scale. If I get regular scale, guys, you're looking at the 786 is at 69 cents, 70 cents, and the 1-to-1 is 14 cents. That's scary. So not to scare anybody, but yeah, let's look at this wave here as if it's just a down wave, an A, B, and a C. So if I'm wrong, okay, the other option is that we've got, this is some kind of an impulse 5-wave move. We got a 3-wave ABC pullback, and now we're beginning a move to the upside. Okay, so if we don't break this low, guys, if we don't break this low down here, then good chance for upside here. But if we come down here and we break that low, guys, be very afraid. Okay, be very afraid. That's not long at all. The way, just looking at the way it moves, there might be a nice little up move here before down. But I kind of personally looking down on Link, just from an Elliott wave per standpoint, just looking at it, and that's on the 8-hour. You know, RSI is kind of heading to the up direction. So if you get some kind of move here that brings price up here, but it doesn't break this high right there, okay, but the RSI kind of comes back up into this region here, that's hidden bearish divergence. Okay, it's going to give us another move to the downside. Okay, so watch that on the larger time frame. There's Link for you. XTZ, is that Tezos? All right, let me get to the correlation question about correlation. So So I use correlation. That's why I chart Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum together, because to me it's a good. They're the three big names are in the top 10 there, and they all kind of move. Litecoin and Bitcoin move together as well, and Ethereum gives me a better, a cleaner count more often. So that's why I'm always looking at the counts here. So in all of my counts, guys, I have I'm looking with a bias to the downside, one more move. So all of them are kind of showing me, kind of one more move to the downside. Okay. Go to the still Bitcoin, I think has one more move. So to me, they all have one more move to the downside. So that's how they're all correlating. Kind of, that's the way they look to me. If they're going up, then I'm not seeing it yet. It just doesn't look reversalist yet to me. And now, if this wave starts getting up here above this trend line up here, buddy, then you better believe that's going to change sentiment. There's going to be a lot of people coming in on that. So be careful on that trend line up there. Okay. All right. So that's the quick answer, Tommy, there for you. Let's see. Okay, ACB stock. What is ACB? I'll look it up. Okay, on the New York Stock Exchange, we'll just ACB. There it is. Hopefully, it's Aurora Cannabis that you're looking at. Very, very small. I mean, just 2018 came into being in a major down move. That's an impulse to the downside. There's really not a whole lot of detail here to really kind of show. We are getting divergence here. Looking for a reversal. I'm looking for a reversal to the upside. It's a good buy time right now. I'm not financial advice. I'm just saying that as I think as a trader, it's a good buy time. Unless we get another down move here. So what I would do, what I do personally when I have moves like this, is I'll throw a line on the chart about just like this. Okay. I might even go. Yeah, that's good enough there. So I try to hit all of these peaks right here, right? Throw a line on your chart like that. Once you see price starting to break out to the upside like that, that's a good signal there. You might get a retest and then up, but that's good. That's a good sign. Now how high that goes, I'm not sure, because this is very I don't have any data here, but this looks like an impulse wave, and so can't get much cheaper than $1.92, can you? Scary to me, ACB there. But looks like it's gonna, remember, stocks can hit zero, so watch that. But if you start getting a move to the upside that breaks that trend line, you might consider a long there and see what happens. Just keep your stop below the last low there. So there's ACB for you. SOXL, sure. All right. Again, I've never looked at these. I'm just looking at them purely from an Elliott wave standpoint here. Structure standpoint, I should say. And looks like we had a throw over here. So it looks like this to me is looking down here. We had looks like an ending diagonal of some kind there. So if that's an ending diagonal, this would be like a fifth wave or something. So we're looking at the end of a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is a throw over right here. So it went outside of the boundaries. So we're reaching the max here. You'll notice the divergence that we have here so we've got a down move there in the RSI while we have an up move here in price. It looks like a nice sell area right here. It looks like the top to me. It looks like you got to finish 5 waves or really close to it. So you're in an area where I would be thinking about taking profits if I were in that particular stock. Personally, I can't, again, not financial advice. It could go on higher, but that's the way it's looking to me. If it's not that, look at it log scale here. Yeah, that looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, that could be the end. If not, another way to look at that, and it's got more upside to go. If it's not an ending diagonal, which it might not be. If this is like a 1 wave and a 2 wave, and now we've got a 1, 2, we're actually dealing with quite a large move to the upside. So, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Symmetrically, that puts you up into, you know, that's log scale. That, you know, in the next year or two, pretty high. Regular. There we go. Again, I don't know anything about the stock, not giving financial advice at all, but just showing you what I'm seeing. The big scary thing for me, though, is the divergence down here. We've got this this RSI wedge right here, which kind of correlates with the wedge that we're seeing up here, the diagonal there. So I'm more inclined to see this come down than I am to go up. So that's my thoughts there for SOXL there. Okay, XTZ on HitBit. Let's look at XTZ. Trying to go as fast as I can. Hope I'm doing okay for you. Let's see. Okay, let's see. XTZ. On the 3-day chart right now, what is the RSI telling us here? Looks like hidden bearish divergence right here from this peak. RSI kind of made a higher high, while the price couldn't make a higher high. So I'm wanting to say down for now. We did get a bit of a down move here. We might get another move to the upside. So that's not strong divergence there, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing here in the daily. Let's go to the it's the 3-day. Let's go to the see if there's any more definition here. A lot of times the first thing I'll look for is just do I see any kind of divergence on the chart. So I got a peak right here, and a peak, so this was, you know, bearish divergence here. Looks like we got a nice 3-wave move on Tezos right here. Didn't quite make the 1-to-1 extension. Almost did. Came back up. This is more of hidden bullish divergence like this. So we might get a move down here to finish, like it'd be a 1, 2, and then up. That may be the way that plays out. But looking at the RSI right down here, guys, on Tezos, it might be ready to come on down and then up. The other option is 8 hours. See if we see anything different. Yeah, this is looking like hidden bullish divergence. Excuse me. Hidden bullish on the 8 hour. So this might come down, but we're looking for a move up here soon. I'd be inclined to say there's a move up coming. Maybe. Based on the RSI, unless the RSI just tanks, you know, really, really deep. Which, you know, it did come really deep here. My nose is itching. Sorry, guys. Looks like a 5-wave complete, 3 waves done. Yeah, this could be a 1-2 in the formation, guys, or this could be like the 4th wave of the of this wave. So we might have something like 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be the 4 wave. Gonna get the 5th wave. Gonna get some divergence here, and then we're gonna not come that deep. Then we're gonna make a 3-wave push, and then we're going on to the moon. So that might be the way that plays out, maybe. This is bearish divergence here on the 8-hour, but this is kind of coming pretty deep. So it's conflicting to me, the RSI there. But that looks like it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to go up for a 5th wave and then come down. So there might be a 5th wave coming. Best I can tell, guys. Best I can tell. So this might be... Oh, sorry. Just Elliott wave, a look at it. Just doing it really fast. 3 wave. Then we got a 1, 2, 3. And then we're heading up from there. Maybe. Watch this wave. Watch this wave. We break this low, then we're coming down here like this. Looking for a low down here and then going up. So watch this low right here. Not the best buy time in my opinion, because if you buy, it's probably going to 3-wave correct and then go up. So, you know, I mean, you know, hard to tell. Hard to tell there. I'm surprised this didn't come deeper than up. Okay, there's Tezos. Thunder Core. Okay. BCH, I will get a peek at it in just a second. Just catching up with the chat, guys. Yeah, you're welcome, K4. Don't shame the like button. Don't shame it. All right, let me look at the last ones that you're asking me here for, and then we'll call it a night. I'm going to look at BCH. We'll look at TT, BTC. Never heard of Thunder Core. Thunder Core. That's a crap coin, I suppose. Let's see here. Impulse to the downside. That's all I see right now. Impulse to the downside. That's an impulse wave. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished waves. Looks like 3 finished almost. I would say there's one more hit to the downside here. So I see an A, B. It's almost a really clear ABC there. Not sure if that's 3 waves or 5 waves, but let's just call it an A. There's a B, 3-wave B, and now we got a C wave, which is 5 waves. And you need 5 waves in that guy. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Something like that. So yeah, watch for 27, the 618. The retest of the 127 is 53, but it's looking a little deeper. So there's Thunder Core. Yeah, I'm looking for a move down, but let me look at the small time frame here. Looks like you've got an ascending triangle happening right there. which isn't an Elliott wave pattern, but it's a triangle nonetheless. Triangles are, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up, and then down. Stop it. Okay. So that might be the shape of that wave. Maybe. So that would be some kind of a 4 wave there. Possibility. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That's a good hypothesis as any. All right, let's look at engine here very quickly. BTC. All right. Whoa. What is that? Looks down to me. My first impression. Wow. What is that? You trade this stuff? Scary. Not me, buddy. Not me. That's all you. So the reason I say down, excuse me, is I see 3 waves right there, 3 waves right there, and then I'm looking for 3 waves there. So seeing that leg down that we're looking for in Bitcoin, I'm thinking that's where it's headed. Just to give you a directional bias there. Yeah. The only other way I can look at that is that this could be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're making some kind of 5th wave here. I don't like it, but that's a possibility as well. It looks more down to me than up, but and the reason is because of this wave shape right here. That's 3 waves to me. Okay, so I've got like a 5 wave here, 5, a 3, and now I need I've got like a 1, 2, and now we're getting ready to go down big for 3. That's the way I feel about it. I need so I'm more inclined to say down than up. Here, it's kind of tough, but the way the wave structures look, it looks like it needs to do that and finish out. This could be an ending diagonal. I don't like the shape of it though, but could be. There's engine for you. Hey, you guys are welcome for the TA. No problem. Thank you guys. Hey, KZ, we agree, man. That's awesome. Awesome. I like to agree with you. All right. Well, guys, I think I hit everybody. Let me make sure. I hit Aurora already. BCH. I didn't get BCH. Let me look at BCH here. I used to trade BCH, but I haven't traded it in a while. Okay, so there's the move off the bottom right there. That looks like 5 waves to me. Could be a leading diagonal even. Just in something like that. I don't like it, but ABC even. That's an ending diagonal. This is all just crap. All that stuff right there. It's just really, really crappy. That trend line seems significant there. Have the same problem I have with Litecoin, is that this shape, this wave right here, is what do you do with it? Best I can come up with is that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that looks like 3 waves to me. So this is more like a running flat to me. My nose. So boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm waiting for. That looks better. So that came and hit the 1276 right there. It's a nice running flat, guys. I mean, it really is. It's pretty. Looks pretty. I need 5 waves here, though. How do you get 5 waves out of that? It's crazy. I don't know. It looks like it's got more room for upside, which would help with our correlation with Bitcoin. Draw this trend line. Draw that trend line there. See if it breaks. See if it looks like we're going to hit another hit to the high before we come down. If I had to guess. Small time frame here. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Could be finished or one more hit. That wave shape, that wave structure, buddy, and I don't like it at all. Don't like it at all. Could get one more hit to the high, but then I'm looking down. That's the way I'm thinking. Okay. All right. What's up, Mark? All right. All right, guys. Well, let's take a peek at Bitcoin one more time. There's lots of good information in this live stream, guys. Just lots of stuff. It's a hodgepodge of good stuff. And so you're going to have to go back and rewind if you're just joining. And I'm glad you're joining, but I can't revisit. But let me just go back over Bitcoin here just to see what the wave action's doing on the small time frame here. Okay, good. Had a nice break of the trend line here. And we're just kind of retesting this area right now. Should get some more push to the downside, but guys, don't forget what I said. Most likely we're going to get a retest. Let me go out a little bit here. I'm looking at the fractal right here. This wave here compared to this wave looks the same. So just in the short time frame, guys, we're probably going to get a down move and then a retest up here. Going to break the high before it comes down. So we're going to get a retest. Going to come up here, break the high, and then take us down. So, all right. All right, guys. Well, there's my look on the market. I hope that's helpful in some way to you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you guys have a good night. And Happy New Year, guys. Be safe out there and be safe with your money. And watch out tomorrow. We'll see what the market brings us. It might be slow tomorrow, but who knows? We might get a little pump up to the upside. Gold and silver on your next live. Yeah, I'll do gold and silver on the next live. For sure. Definitely. I'll even mention it. I'll tell you what I'll do, Dinosaur. I'll do it in the next video. How's that sound? I'll just by request. And if you guys ever have requests for, I might just add a request portion to the video. It's like, hey, on request line, I'll just at the end of the video, people ask me for a chart, and so I'll work it up for you. Well, you guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. All right, we're gonna cut it now. We'll see you later. Bye bye.